first invented light bulbs that could burn for 100 years, but the light bulb companies wanted to make more money, so they made them burn out every year or so. And I realized that we don't use incandescent bulbs anymore, we mostly use LED. But I think about that when I remember what corporations think about us as consumers. They hate us.
For all the socialism, so I don't really want.
I don't know, man. I think it's a good thing that people should be able to afford medical care.
I also think free lunch in the schools is an abomination.
Oh well, I don't know, man. I think it's a good thing that kids get to eat.
Well, another issue is that these are the same people that think college should be affordable.
Can't really agree with you there, man. I gotta say that I think it's important to get an education that's affordable. People should be able to go to school without having to worry about it. These kids don't even learn there.
That hustling is a form of psychological slavery. In no way, shape, or form should we ever be sacrificing our emotional, mental, spiritual, physical well-being for anything that we are ascertaining or wanting to achieve. I spoke in another video about how when you hustle to this degree in which you are sacrificing your well-being, it is bringing you much closer to your detriment than to whatever it is that you are wanting to ascertain. I say all this to say, slow down and really ask yourself what it is that you want and what it is that you're conquering or trying to conquer, and if it is worth the sacrifice of your well-being. You get one soul in this life, one body, and it is our due diligence to feed it and nurture it well without the sacrifice of our soul, our safety, and our well-being.
Really a millionaire. It's time to pay your tax.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, you rich people need to pay up.
Okay then, but you're going to have to let me keep this for repairs, this for maintenance, this for travel expenses, and this for property tax.
Okay, anything else?
Oh, and I'll keep this for the depreciation on my rental property.
But your property's gone up in value this year.
You made the rules, not me, and this is the perfect amount to claim back from my mortgage interest.
Great, now there's nothing.
Things we take as normal are actually fucking insane, okay? The phrase to earn a living is batshit crazy. Do you understand how crazy that is? To earn a living implies that if you don't earn, you fucking die? You have to earn the right to live? Is that not a God-given right? Especially when we have enough resources to feed everyone and have a lot left over, right? And we're choosing to create a society in which you have to work to not die? I mean, sure, make it so you have to work to afford luxuries. Okay, fine, we can argue on that. But I think we could all hopefully agree that you shouldn't have to work to not starve to death, right? Like that is a crazy thing that is normal. And a lot of people will tell you that's normal, but it's crazy that it's normal. That is insane when we have the resources to make it not normal. That's the key point there, right? It's not the fucking Middle Ages. We have enough food. We have a large surplus. And the other thing is medical supplies, right? Medical treatment, medical care, drugs, whatever it may be. How the fuck is that a for-profit business? I mean, genuinely, how the fuck are you going to sit there and not just give that to people? I mean, even if it's a for-profit business, have the government buy it and give it out for free. Like, there's ways to, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so crazy that we're all just normalizing this and we're arguing for scraps. We're literally arguing over scraps. Do you understand that? Every day we wake up and fight for political causes that are fucking scraps. You know, UBI would solve a lot of things, but that's scraps. $1,000 a month? You think that's gonna fucking cut it? I mean, Jesus Christ.
So you just think everyone should have food and shelter? Yes. Yes, I fucking do. And I am tired of people trying to convince me that that's ridiculous. Okay? I am tired of existing in a world where there are dumpsters full of edible food because someone didn't exchange the imaginary shiny rocks for it. Okay? Every single one of our problems can be traced back to capitalism and some asshole who wanted to make more money by doing less, and oh my God, we have enough. We're just not giving it to people. We will do everything but just give people homes and food. You know how much more productive people would be if they weren't spending every minute of their waking lives worrying about how they're going to survive? If you need the threat of starvation and homelessness to contribute to anything, that's a fucking you problem, okay? Get out of my comment section.
The massive ideological success of neoliberalism, more so than anything to do with convincing us that, you know, we live in free markets, is to convince us that we are individual competitors in this big old game. And that everyone has, broadly speaking, the same chances to win the game, or if they don't, then they at least have the chance to better their lot in life if they just, you know, work hard and get to know the rules of the game and exploit their competitive advantage against the people around them. And that is the natural result of putting market ideology onto every area of social life, because you come to look at yourself as like a commodity. So you're like, well, how can I win the game better? I need to, you know, understand the rules, and the rules are hidden. So someone like Andrew Tate can show me what the rules are, and then I need to get strong and powerful so I can beat everyone around me, and then I'll be at the top. And maybe, you know, half the people are thinking, well, when I'm at the top, then I can do nice things for my family, or like make the system better. Maybe they're thinking, then I can take control. Maybe they're thinking, then I can burn the whole thing down. But everything is structured around the idea that you need to get to the top, you need to win, you need to beat everyone around you, and only then can you start to think about social change, which is actually the absolute opposite of how any social change will happen. It is how you make yourself easy to control, basically, is by buying this ideology that you can be a winner in this system where there are other people who will set the rules and always shift the goalposts, and where there will always be losers, and where those losers will, largely speaking, always be the same people. And probably you are part of that group that will always be trapped in this constant struggle and that will never really escape. The only way out of that is to recognize that you are part of a group, and that your interests are not in beating everyone else around you, which is ultimately impossible and you're never going to be able to do anyway. Your interests lie in kind of creating communities that can work together to firstly protect each other and support each other, and then actually start to rebel against the people who are actually in charge.